Hello, I'm Greg Harrison with the USDA Market News Service here in St. Joe, Missouri with your National Feeder Cattle Summary this week. Compared to last week, yearlings traded pretty much firm to $5 higher, with instances $6 to $10 higher throughout the Midwest and the Northern Plains. Weather over the last 2 weeks has really interrupted trade throughout the Southwest and Southeast for stockers and calves, and many markets this week quoted the market with a sharply higher undertone, and there was places where they quoted it $10 to $15 higher. In some areas that's compared to 2 weeks ago, and other areas it's compared to light receipts to the week before, but definitely a sharply higher market this week for calves throughout the Southwest and Southeast. Currently it's prime time for the calf and stocker market during this time of the year where it's at the end of winter and the beginning of warm weather and green grass and throughout the major cattle producing areas. Over last weekend, we saw warm weather return to much of the country and bring spring-like temperatures. And it seems that this week that grass fever really could be infectious for the rest of the month. Feeder cattle futures last week exhibited a change in behavior, maybe even starting to embrace a new attitude with impressive rally that we've seen over the last 2 weeks. This is no way to say for sure if there's any more or a little more upside or a lot of upside to the cattle futures, but we are definitely seeing cattle futures trading at levels that we haven't seen since about the first week of January. Last week, feedlot trade, we saw the bull return and prevail over the bear as success of higher feedlot sales on tight supplies of fat cattle. Buyers were aggressive this week on to buy feeders, calves, and yearlings, especially calves for grass, that they want to get these calves and short yearlings bought. They want to get them assembled and straightened out before turnout dates, and also before offerings become less and in many areas just offerings dry up. Wednesday at the Hub City Livestock Auction in Aberdeen, Kansas, sold near 100 head of fancy steers, weighing 637 pounds at $274.50. And at the St. Joe Stockyards on Wednesday, they sold right at 275 head of steers, averaging 725 pounds for a weighted average price of $236.62. And they had 80 head of these steers in thin condition, averaging 713 pounds, that sold with a weighted average price of $246.87. Looking at some regional weighted averages in the north central region, steers weighing 600-700 pounds traded $5 higher at $246.53. 700 to 800 pounds also $5 higher at $222.56, and 8-weight steers averaging also $4 higher at $204.23. In the south central regions, 500 to 600 pound steers $9 higher over last week at $275.64. 600-700 pounds $4 higher at $241.63, and 700 to 800 pound steers also $4 higher at $213.73. In the southeast regions, 400 to 500 pound calves, steer calves, $5 higher at $285.74, and 500 to 600 pound steer calves $8 higher at $256.57. So pretty good week this week in the feeder calf market for calves and yearlings, trading much higher than they did last week. Hopefully this market will continue. We'll see. Thanks for listening. Be back with you next week and catch more markets at this website. Thanks for listening. That's all.